Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are talking about, it was like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Doordash Driver says customer gave him the weirdest tip ever. As we all know, tips in the gig economy are very important, and some of them are actually really weird, and in this case apparently he got a very weird one. I didn't want to talk too much about it until we actually got into the article, so with that said, I want to go over what is being said in this article, how it actually is for gig workers, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. Humans have been using gold to pay for goods and services for a millennia. It's widely considered among the most reliable forms of currency. I mean, realistically speaking, I don't know if it's really considered a form of currency at this point. The gold standard has left the dollar a long time ago. Actually, let me double check. The gold standard is not currently used by any government. Britain stopped using the gold standard in 1931, and the US followed suit in 1933, finally abandoning the remnants of the system in 1973. So the gold standard has been removed from our currency system since 50 years ago. Literally 50 years ago at this point. But that being said, does that remove its value? No. In fact, some people still invest in precious metals. So there is a significant amount of value there. TikToker Itsluisnavarro was stoked to discover that a Doordash customer tipped him with a precious metal. I'm going to leave his TikTok as well as his profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions on the subject. Actually speaking, is that a good tip? I don't know. In fact, I hope that they mention how much the gold is, but if not, I'll look up how much that actually is in tip value, because that would be a significant amount, or at least I hope so. I just got probably the weirdest DoorDash tip I've ever gotten. I got a Jack-in-the-Box order. It was really good. It was 13 bucks for only 2 miles. I pull up to the house, then the dude comes out, and I'm just like, here's your food, right? And he's like, hold up, I got something for you, Navarro said. Oh, so this was a really good order already. But you see, that also proves another point I have about tipping in the gig economy. Those who tend to tip after the service also tend to tip before. So this was already a good order, and it became an even better order. You want to serve more customers like that, and not customers that don't tip at all and expect something after. He starts reaching in his pocket like, damn, I'm about to get shot or something. I should walk away from the situation. But no, he pulls out this little like card looking thing, and I'm just like, what the F is this? At first I thought it was a debit card cut in half, or like a gift card cut in half. That's what I thought it was, but he pulls this out. Okay, what is a half debit card or half gift card gonna do? And also, why do you automatically assume that he's got a weapon of some kind? What if he's just trying to pull out his wallet and it's stuck in there? In fact, I can almost see it now. It's an older guy. He's talking a little something like this, and he's like, hang on, I got something for you. And he's reaching into his pocket. From there, you automatically assume it's a weapon, but then he pulls this out. Like, come on. Why is that the first assumption of this? Navarro held up a little card with a small rectangle cut out in the middle, through which was a gold coin can be seen. So the coin is actually in the card, which makes sense. He continued, I'm like, what the F is this S? And he's like, it's gold. Please tell me, after all of that, that you did not talk to him like that. Like seriously, he's literally giving you a precious metal. Something that you could store away, it could increase in value over time. And you're talking to him in freaking curse words like a sailor? What the hell? Am I the only one who understands basic customer service skills? And immediately my heart starts racing. I'm like, no effing way, dude. Okay, that's a reaction I kind of expect. Like, wow, that's awesome. That's amazing. Not, what the F is this ass? I was freaking out, bro. It was like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory running to my car, you know, how he's running in the movie. That's how I was running in my car. I could actually imagine it now. Navarro turned the camera towards the piece of gold, revealing its weight and other details. It's a 3 gram of gold, bro. That S was lit. It was a cool A Christmas present. Oh, this was around Christmas. That makes so much more sense now. This is probably one of those older people that are like, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of these and give them to all my grandkids. And then he got way too many and started using them as a tip because he thought it was cool. And you know what? It absolutely is. According to Gold graham bars. A gram is currently worth $58, bringing his gratuity to roughly $20. $20 is the gold bar, plus the $13 for the value of the order, which is $33. That's a solid amount of money. Others shared their own unconventional tipping stories in the comments. One wrote, "Best tip I got was an ounce." Another said, "I got tipped 1 cent one time, no joke." Yeah, I feel like the 1 cent tippers are always the tippers that are the most infuriating to work with. Like, at that point, you might as well have not tipped the driver, but you did that to say you did tip, but even though it was a garbage tip and you know it. And you didn't claim an ounce of what? Is it for the reasons I think it is, or is it an ounce of gold? I sincerely doubt the latter. Many described receiving extremely generous tips for deliveries. One said a customer tipped them $40, another said that a customer tipped $20, and that the tip was more than the food itself. Oh, been there, done that. In fact, I remember getting a really good order for like $20 or so on the app, and then I remember getting a cash tip later on, which looked like folded singles to me, and I go, $, 5, 10, 20. That was $37, plus the $20 that was already in the tip on the app, which was insane. Throngs of TikTokers encouraged Navarro to hold on to the gold because it's likely to go up in value, even if talk of the United States being headed for a recession is true. First of all, we're already in a recession. Like, let's get that fact right out now. Whatever the government wants to call their political view of what a recession is, it's nonsense. We're already in a recession. But gold has always been something that is a stable form of value, and it will go up over time. So it is definitely good to hold on to. I would keep it in a safe in your home someplace and kind of just hold on to that long term. Keep it. That is the only tip that will increase in value. Actually, he's not wrong about that. I don't think I've ever received a tip that not only is good now, but is good for a long-term investment. Now, granted, have I taken my money that I've earned as a tip and put it into investments? Of course, but that's a totally different ballgame. Investopedia states, while it can be difficult to profit off gold in the short term, it is a very secure long-term investment that traditionally holds its value. Same thing goes for bonds and stocks and anything of that nature. They will go up in value over time. It's a long-term play for a long-term payout. And since you got it as a tip, it's basically free money. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. If any of you ever receive a tip like this, hold it. Put it in a safe someplace. Don't look at it for however long you can actually look at it for. That's a very rare tip that's going to go up over time. It is definitely a weird tip initially, but over time, you're going to be like, wow, I'm so glad that guy gave me that gold coin. Again, it's 1/3 of a gram. It's about $58 for a gram now, which means it's 1/3 of that, which means it's about $20, and it's going to go up over time, but that is why you hold it in the back and you hold it onto it long term, because that's going to be more value long term. How much more value? The economy has yet to display, but precious metals are a decent investment long term. Brings up another good point. Make sure you're investing your money for a long-term play. You have no idea what the future is going to hold for you, so it would be best if you developed a portfolio over time, so that way you don't have to work forever. Now, I do want to make an investment video in the future at some point, but right now, it's just not happening yet. All in all, this was a really cool tip. I don't like the idea of you calling it weird, but it was definitely a cool tip, and I really hope that a lot of you guys end up getting tips like this in the future, because that's pretty awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!